Most people don't go broke overnight. It happens slowly. You follow the same path as everyone else. Earn, spend, put off saving, just for now. And one day, you look up and you're stuck. The median retirement savings? Around $95,000, not the bottom, the middle. Half of people have less than that. And here's what most people get wrong. This isn't an income problem. It's a behavior problem because two people can earn the same money and end up in completely different financial realities. It's not that you're bad with money. It's how your life is set up. Money hits your account, and it's already gone. Rent, food, subscriptions, things you didn't even question. Saving gets pushed to the end, something you'll do. If there's anything left, there isn't. So you tell yourself, next year I'll get serious, and next year turns into 5. This is where the real damage happens, because money doesn't just grow, it compounds. Start early, and time does the heavy lifting. Start late, and you're fighting the math. 8 years of early investing can beat over 20 years of starting late, not because you invested more, because you started sooner. Then comes the second trap. You start earning more, but it never feels like it. Better apartment, new car, more to keep up with. Your expenses don't just grow, they outrun your income. And somehow, saving feels harder than it did when you were making less. Even if you manage to save, most people still break their own system. They pause contributions. They pull money out early. They panic when the market drops. Not because they're reckless, because what they built was never strong enough to handle pressure. This is what it actually looks like. You retire with around $100,000 saved, roughly $2,300 a month to live on. Every dollar already has a job, no buffer, no breathing room, one unexpected bill, and everything starts to break. This isn't rock bottom. It's quieter than that. Every decision becomes a trade-off. Every month is a calculation. And the strangest part, most people still think they're doing fine. There's something most people never stop to question. The numbers they keep hearing: average savings, average income, average retirement. Sounds normal, right? Sounds safe. But averages don't show you reality. They bury it, because a handful of people at the top skew that number higher. And suddenly, it looks like everyone's fine. They're not. Most people aren't even close. But the average makes it feel that way. So nobody panics. Nobody changes anything. Nobody does anything differently. Because on paper, the system looks like it's working, even when it isn't. Here's the part people don't want to hear. This doesn't come from one bad decision. It comes from thousands of small, reasonable ones. The people who end up in a different place don't do anything extreme. They just stop relying on willpower. They automate saving early. They treat investing like rent, non-negotiable. And they build their life around what's left. The gap between saving 6% and saving 18% is bigger than most people realize. One ends up with around $500,000. The other ends up with over $1 million. Same income, same life, different behavior. The default path leads to the default outcome. Nobody retires well by accident. You either follow the system everyone else follows, or you build your own. That decision isn't made once. It's made every day, in choices that feel too small to matter until they're everything. If you're done leaving it to chance, subscribe.